What's up, YouTube? It's your boy UncleNate, back with another video. Coming at you with my perspective of trucking. My question to you today is, have you made that ultimate sacrifice? Do you feel as if you've done everything you could to make trucking work best for you? Now, I ask that because a lot of us get into the trucking game because we know there's money in it. Granted, there is money in trucking. But did you complete all the steps in trucking, or as a beginner, to put you where you could possibly make that kind of money? So do you have that time in trucking? Do you have the experience? Have you been job hopping? You feel me? Have you been consistent, with employment? Because that's what jobs starting to look at. Do you think you have that business mindset? Are you mature enough to run a business of your own? Have you taken the time out to understand what all goes into filing your own taxes as far as running a 2290, your own business? Not being away from not being able to still go home because maybe you don't have a paid off truck, or you're still leasing a truck. My thing is, if you're leasing a truck, you take a lease and make that lease work for you. You should still run that truck as if it's a company truck. Reason being is because that truck isn't yours. That truck still belongs to the company. You're using the company to get you to, I guess you could say, get you to the place where you want to be, as if you have goals. So if your goal was to save, okay, when I get into a lease, my goal is to save $5,000 a month for 6 months. I don't care what I got to do to get to that goal. In 6 months, you got $30,000. If you got a walkaway lease, you could take, say, possibly $10,000 and go put down on the truck. Or if you got 30 G's and you know trucks, you go buy you a cash truck from an auction, dealership, a friend, Facebook nowadays. You know what I mean? But if you're saying basically, oh yeah, I'm gonna go lease a truck, but I'm gonna cut out certain areas I wanna run. I'm gonna go home every weekend. I'm only gonna work so many hours in a day. But yet you're still working by the mile, or you're still only making a small percentage of the load. How can you limit yourself to the amount of money that you're making when this truck isn't yours? You're still leasing. You're still learning the business. You're still gathering information. You're still gathering the money to put you into that point, put you to the point where you could be like, all right, cool. I don't need to run off 48 no more. I don't got to circle the globe. You know what I mean? I could just run a triangle and go home every other day, home every weekend, hell, home every day. The ultimate goal should be to one day get you contracted freight, or get you freight that, you feel me, you could start your own fleet, or get you 2 or 3 trucks and run, you feel me, run a regional route. That's what it should be about. So have you put in that time to actually think these things through? Or are you just going off of what you see on YouTube, what people talk about on Facebook, what you see somebody else do? My quote is, everybody wants to Photoshop the picture but not make the movie. You feel me? You can't take someone else's life story that they have on a billboard, you feel me, they already on that picture, and Photoshop it and put yourself there and say, oh yeah, this is how my life's gonna be too. But yet you don't know the movie, you feel me? You don't know that script that they put together to write up that story, you feel me, to get them to that place that they at right now. But yet instead, you want it the fast way. Like, okay, let me just take my picture, copy it onto that billboard, and that's how it's gonna work for me. It worked for them that way. Let it work for me that way. So at the end of the day, you didn't put in no hard work. You didn't put in the time. You didn't go through what they went through. You don't know their life story. You don't know what overhead costs they had, what financial issues they went through, what home life was like, if they even had a home life. Hell, some people out here, they'll just say, I got a truck, I'm giving up everything at the house. No car, no house, no rent, no nothing. Just get rid of everything and just stay in the truck, grind, stay out here 6 months. But at the end of the day, if you making the money and you fumbling the bag, then what's the point in staying in the truck for 6 months if after 6 months you still as if you was at day one? you ain't picking up nothing, you know what I mean? You just basically just out here wasting time. Hell, at the end of the day, you might as well go work your 9 to 5 at McDonald's or something like that if you ain't gonna take this and put you in a better situation. And like I say, the ultimate goal is to get your own truck, run your own business. I don't care if you buy your own truck and lease it on to another carrier and pulling their freight, you feel me? At the end of the day, you ain't working for nobody. You're working for yourself. So if you want to go home every day, I don't care. I don't care if you stay home a week. At the end of the day, that's your paycheck. Ain't nobody else's paycheck. You ain't got to worry about nobody writing your paycheck. You write your own paycheck. Again. So I say, it's simple, man. It's simple arithmetic. Like you gotta want it as bad as you want it, you feel me? You can't want it as bad as somebody else want it. Like, you gotta have that drive. You gotta push yourself. You gotta put in that time. Make the effort. Make that sacrifice, you feel me? Because that sacrifice, you gotta sacrifice something small for a bigger reward. If you're not if you're not able to set yourself up for a small sacrifice, regardless of what comes along when you're making that sacrifice, if you're not able to even take that little small sacrifice and prepare for the bigger reward, I can't say it's gonna be granted, but prepare for that bigger reward, then why you think it's just gonna fall out the sky for you? Why you think it's just gonna happen overnight for you? It don't happen that way. It don't. So I say to you, you feel me? I say to everybody, you feel me? Take that sacrifice, you feel me? Make that ultimate sacrifice. Prepare for that bigger reward. And your gains will be well worth it, you feel me? Your gains will be well worth it. But if you're not willing to take that sacrifice for that reward, continue to be mediocre. Continue to follow someone else's footsteps, wishing you was there. Continue to stay on the path of doing the same thing you've been doing before you got into trucking. That's all you amount to be. But until next time, y'all keep up with Uncle Nate. We out.